Welcome back to the Married at First Sight Season 12, Episode 17 review. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Cam. This is part 1 of the reunion show. If you are new to our channel, welcome. If you are not new, you know what I'm about to say. This will be a high-level overview. So high, this will be a spaceship level overview because they did not give anything in this part 1 reunion show, in my opinion.
Right. And just like a SpaceX shuttle, we're going to take off and we ain't coming back.
Let's get into it. Let's get right. Kevin Frazier is the host of the reunion show. He opens up the show giving us a quick recap of what happened in the past 8 weeks, including Decision Day. And then his first guest to the reunion show is Erik and Virginia.
Right.
Erik and Virginia arrived to the reunion show, and they, of course, because of COVID requirements, are in 2 separate studios, but probably the same place, just different room.
Right.
Because they're talking to each other on a Vizio TV. Right? I'm just saying. That's just how
ain't nothing wrong with Vizio.
Hey,
over half the TVs in my house are Vizio.
Yeah, we got Vizios everywhere. I'm just saying that's what it looked like they had.
Yeah.
So they were talking to each other through the Vizios, and the first thing the first topic he talked about was their instant attraction for each other. That they had no problem having an attraction. And then the show kind of gives a recap of the highs and lows for Erik and Virginia in the past 8 weeks. Spaceship overview. Let's get into it.
A lot of lows.
A lot of lows for them, which we know. They go right into different topics about their marriage. So Virginia says they have a healthy amount of disagreements to her, in her opinion. She says they're still learning each other, and they did confirm that they are still married. Virginia moved into Erik's condo. She has her own room there where she has like her clothes and her cats and her cat food. And I guess Rocky, I don't know. So she's really excited. She said they kind of made the house more girly for her. And then Erik tries to come in the room where she has all her stuff and the cats and give like this extra fake sneeze. And it's like, y'all are doing the most. It's just not even believable, you know?
Whole time I'm looking at him like, who this?
Yes, y'all are not the same.
I don't even know who these people are.
Yeah, they're acting so brand new on this reunion show. It's tiring. Let me get more into it.
They didn't even do, what do you say? Send your representative. They sent their representative. This was not the. Do you not know we watched y'all for 17 weeks?
Yes.
Episodes,
17 episodes, but yes.
8 weeks, like, we've seen y'all.
Virginia reveals that the wedding almost didn't happen because she tested positive for COVID a few days before the wedding. And I guess she continued to test and realized it was a false positive. So she was able, clearly, to get married to Erik. And Erik said he had no clue that none of this happened. So
another filler story. We didn't need to know it. You didn't have COVID.
Right. So why are we talking about this? Why is this even relevant? They had nothing.
This show was dry. Like, nobody had nothing. None of the couples seemed genuine.
No. But before we get down that road...
You said high level. You're going a lot into the weeds. Like,
okay, you're right. I was just trying to highlight what they talked about in each scene. And then Kevin mentions that Virginia did a lot of partying and wanted to do a lot of partying, and she did a lot of drinking. And was that a cause for concern for them in their marriage?
You know, yes, I like to drink. I like my wine, and I like to go out with my friends on occasion, but not to the point where it's an issue. Never was and won't be.
Erik, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Pretty much she ended up talking about it more, she thinks, than she actually did. Again, it goes back to, do you remember we seen you?
At your wedding.
Looking
for drinks, couldn't even take pictures.
At your honeymoon. At Vegas. At the apartment that y'all shared. Like, you was drinking.
Yeah, talking.
I be drinking.
Talking to Erik's.
Oh, her sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law, there you go.
Yeah. So even saying then she wants to go out and have fun and do... So So again, back to your point, I just feel like y'all are not being honest. I feel like y'all went home after decision day, watched the shows, and said, when we get to reunion show, we just gonna give him somebody completely different. And then they brought his mom out to see what she thought. And
high level.
And that was it. She gave the fakeness too. She was like, Virginia's just the kindest and the most caring and the most beautiful. And
I wish they put them on a ship and send them out
that's not the vibe she was. Her face was giving, you ain't coming to the country club with us type of vibe. That's what I was getting the whole 8 weeks.
You'll always be a +1. You'll never get an invite.
I know. But now she's the best, so I don't know. I just feel like it was a whole lot of fakery, and it took everything in me to watch these scenes, and I gave too much than I was supposed to have gave.
Yeah, you sure did.
So let's move on to the next few scenes, because Erik and Virginia was faker than I don't know what.
All of them are.
Next scene shows Clara and Ryan showing up to the studio. They act like two brand new different people. Like,
I don't know who that was.
I have no idea who these people are. It had me feeling like, when Will Smith in Men in Black, when he flashy thinged everybody. That's what that felt like to me. It's like, y'all don't know who y'all are, where you are, what's going on, because y'all can't be the same people. I don't know. I think maybe the group of them got together and said, okay, we're about to smooth all this over and try to do damage control on everything that was that happened in the show. That's just the best way I can come up with it, because I don't know what else to say.
Them people was in a sunken place, and somebody in there had that tea
that teacup with the spoon.
Because they was all saying, we're happy together. Everything's perfect.
Yeah, it's like, what is happening? So Clara, Ryan, and his mustache showed up to the reunion show. I don't know what that mustache was looking like. It was giving me the creeps. It was like twined up on it. Why, Ryan? Why? Kevin asked Clara, has her fear gone away from not being loved back? And she said that fear went away on the day of the wedding when she read that letter that Ryan gave her before she met him, like all the sweet stuff he said in that. I was like, is this a reunion show?
So the fear left them. So what was all those times you talk about fear?
Yeah.
After the wedding.
In the letter to your younger self and
So what was all that? If you didn't have no more fear.
I'm telling you, these people were brand new.
No, they act like we're brand new. Like,
right.
I can't tell you're being fake. You knew, okay, I'm going to sit down for this 30-minute interview.
Yeah.
And lie my way through it.
Lie like this. Like, you just go sit here and lie, huh? Karen directly asked Ryan, like, okay, so we want to know, have you said I love you yet?
At this point, no, we have not. But we are actively speaking through it and talking through it, yeah.
But you got a vow renewal coming
he's
up.
Like, hurrying. He's like, no, we haven't yet. And Claire's over here like, and Claire's over here like Boo Boo the fool, sitting there talking about.
But
yet, just 30 seconds ago, you said you have an announcement to do a vow renewal.
She's been programmed. She's been programmed, rebooted,
the flashy
restarted.
Thing.
She's
like, what do you mean you haven't said I love you yet? And it's y'all been married, y'all planning a second wedding.
You already know I ain't spending no more money on them wedding, married, no.
And didn't even say I love you. So
we Kevin got it for free from the network last time. Why do we gotta pay now?
So Kevin directly says to him, Ryan, do you love Clara? And he has to take a look at her and be like, yeah, I love my wife. And she's like, you love me? And he's like, yeah, I love you.
They just trying to make it on the couples cam. That's it.
This is so whack and so played out. So then he goes, well, there's one more elephant in the room, Ryan. We have to ask, have y'all consummated the marriage? And they give the wackest, their blow off for the answer didn't even match.
Did we eat dinner last night?
I don't know. Have we?
We watched TV the other night.
I don't remember.
I think fell asleep or something.
I don't know.
I forgot.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Okay.
What does going to sleep and watching TV and that doesn't even make sense? Like y'all sound dumb. Like I can't.
They're whack.
This was dumb. This was the dumbest reunion show, and now I'm starting.
There you go. Get it. I like now. I'm perked up. Yeah.
Reunion show
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Talk
Like,
that in.
I'm sorry. I'm like, why are we here
Yes.
for this?
Yes.
Like, what is the
I don't
purpose?
know. Kevin, they making you look bad, bro. Because you was the only one checking people with questions.
Right, this is,
But they was so whack, like you was. All right, we all know why we here.
yeah.
We all know what couple we here for.
And Chris and Paige.
Yeah, and
Right now.
we feeling right now, just waiting to get to them.
This is so
Let's go.
ridiculous.
Who next? So Ryan and Clara.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sum
whatever.
it up.
We don't care.
Womp, womp,
Y'all
womp.
boring.
Yes, and I'm moving on. I'm not even going
Thank
to give
you.
the rest. Oh, and he did say he wasn't a virgin, but his answer looked unsure for sure. Brianna and Vincent show up to the reunion show. They're there. Brianna dressed like Kim Kardashian when she was pregnant with North. Remember when she had on that flower dress and everybody thought she liked that couch from your grandmama's house? That's exactly what Brianna was dressed like. I don't know who was the stylist behind this dress, but they should have said pause.
You look like a couch.
You look like Big Mama's couch.
She better watch out. Virginia gonna come lay on her.
Put her face all up in that. They reveal that they're still married. And again, with the fakeness, like Kevin said to them, are you guys still married? Everybody wants to know. And she's like, not at all. And it was so fake and phony and not believable. It's like, you can't even act good. Like, you can't even make a joke good. Like, it wasn't even good. Like, it wasn't good. I'm so angry.
It wasn't. Like,
It was just dry.
Thank you.
It was very dry. So anyway, the show gives a high and low recap. I'm sorry, y'all. I was expecting something a whole lot better than what they gave. But
What they gave for the first three couples.
yes. So another spaceship overview. They believe that they had the perfect courtship between the two of them, similar to Woody and Amani. From season 11 is what they're comparing Brianna and Vincent to. In my opinion, there's nobody I have seen that could be like Woody and Amani. And because they are one of my favorite couples, and it's not because I love their connection, it's because I just love how real they were as people. Like, Woody was real.
But we had different thoughts on them.
You had different thoughts.
I knew they were going to say yes, I believe, on the day. But I don't know what it is about Woody. I see it. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Woody's cheating.
Oh, God. They're still together. Anyways, we're not going to go down that road and recap season 11.
And Woody's at home like, yo, bro, shut up.
He is. He's like, yo, leave me alone.
Miles, you see this thing?
They reveal that Brianna moved into Vincent's apartment in Buckhead. They also plan to buy a condo in the DR. I guess they plan to visit there and buy a condo there. Vincent goes into talking about how he still wines and dines Brianna by buying her flowers and stuff like that. They wasn't talking about nothing, y'all. I swear to y'all. Then they bring up the fact about being bossy, and how does he feel about, he mentioned in the show that he was turned off or put off from her being bossy. That was a problem from him. And when they ask him now at the reunion show, listen to the hypocrisy, y'all. He's like,
his replacement replies,
being bossy is not a bad thing. It's being assertive. Like,
and I don't like strippers either. We saw you, bro.
Also,
we saw you at the bachelor's party. That's not you.
Also, Vincent, I don't like you being bossy. That made me feel some kind of way. I'm turned off when I heard that at the wedding that you was bossy.
Are you doing okay? No.
Are we the same people here? Yo, if flipping the cards and being somebody different,
if y'all don't believe in clones,
was a couple.
If y'all don't believe in clones,
yeah, I want y'all to believe today. Because
These people look like the people we saw for the last 17 weeks, but not one of those couples until the last one acted like the couple we've been seeing for the last 17 weeks.
You know, Vincent gave me Rick James vibe in the Dave Chappelle show. I didn't put my feet on his couch.
Yeah, put my feet on his couch.
He rich. He can go buy another one. Like, what? Just said, Vincent, that you don't like bossiness and you didn't like her bossing you up. And then you sit here on the reunion show without a blink saying, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being bossy.
He started seeing those pay stubs.
He
said, what time you want me to get up in the morning? All right, 7. Cool. You don't want me on my phone on social. I throw that bitch out the window.
They bring up children, and Brianna goes into how she's having baby fever now. And I'm like, where was the energy that you gonna die if you have a baby? You're so concerned. You crying long crocodile tears. And now you're like, I have baby fever. You know, I just... About your health concerns.
Right.
And then you show up on the reunion show like a whole other person. Like, I have baby fever now. I'm ready to have a baby within a year. How sway?
Whatever your favorite TV show is, guys. Whatever movie your favorite movie is, right?
I just can't do that.
I'll have as many kids as you want to have. Buy a condo in Dominican Republic, Your Highness.
And then lastly, they ask Vincent about his temper and how he acted on the show. Again, the hypocrisy. He's like, yeah, I look back on it and I think I overreacted.
He said he was anxious because millions of people were
watching him when he had to do like riding of the horse and all the other stuff. I can't. I'm moving on. This is going to be another spaceship view, or Patrick is about to leave.
No, I am going to leave. This was all ladies. It's all ladies now. Go ahead.
All right. So the ladies are in one scene together. There were all 5 of them, all 5 of them come together. They're talking about how they had a girls' trip. They're talking about how they first met up and they wasn't expecting to create such a sisterhood. And and they reveal some of their first conversations. And they recap to that situation about eating booty.
In the car about this. Would you eat his butt? And I was like, wait, what? I was like, girl, no, never. You can eat mine.
Paige was the main one.
Always is.
Saying what she said.
Always got her lips fixed to talk about booty.
And now on the show, nobody had nothing to say. They were cracking up, yes, but no one had no comment. And it was a lot of that in the episode. Was a lot of they didn't want to give no comment. Like, you gave all the comments on the show, then you come here and you don't want to say nothing.
Yeah, you better speak up so I got something to talk about.
The next thing they talk about is the physical connection between Haley and Jake. Haley reveals that she did have sex with Jake on the honeymoon, but she reveals that it really was nowhere near good.
From a fan standpoint, it looked like it was horrible. I'm out.
No comment. Yeah, I think maybe maybe I just don't talk about it because it's nowhere good.
And that is the other reason why she just couldn't connect with Jake, which we all knew.
Yeah, I told y'all that when it happened.
We all knew it. You know what? When she described the situation, she said she was trying to get the emotional connection, and then her last resort was the physical connection, and there was nothing there. So then she just had nothing to run with. It gave me Chris and Paige vibes, because Chris was trying to do the same thing. Like, he couldn't connect with her emotionally or physically, so he tried to layer down to get the extra physical side of it, and he said he couldn't get it there either. So but he went in a few more times.
Y'all think that's
Haley did.
Yeah, you think that's acceptable?
I didn't say it was. I was just telling you what I thought it was. I'm not saying nothing's acceptable. All right.
You're gonna get dudes who be like, I'm always out there looking for the physical connection. It's just no.
All right.
He was laying her down because she talked about eating booty.
He didn't know that at the time.
He found out and he didn't want to leave.
All right, let me move on to Kevin recaps that Virginia had asked for marriage PTO. Y'all remember that? She needs time off from the marriage. All the girls agree that you do need time away from your spouse just to like regroup, recap, just have time for yourself.
Yeah, but that's not after a weekend of drinking with your guy friends and spending the night over at their house. Like,
I know. It's true. And then lastly, Paige and the girls give their opinions on the struggle that Paige went through in her marriage. They all said it was hard for them to watch, but they want her to know that it wasn't her who kept going back to Chris. It was Chris who kept coming back to her. I don't know what they watched, but that's not what I saw on the show. That's what they said. They want her to know it wasn't her always going back to him.
We saw you with the bananas. Waiting on this man.
We seen you.
Yeah. We saw it wasn't him coming back. Listen. He came to your house to get his luggage that you carried from the plane to the house because he decided to go see his what was supposed to be but ended up not to be his baby mama in Chicago on the way back to Atlanta. So no, he didn't run back to you. You was there for him. He just came back.
Every good time you was there. Every
he ain't never chased behind you.
Lastly, the friend group of the girls revealed that they all grew very close together and they had their girls trip to Mexico and plan to do another one. The end. Let's move on to the next scene.
I'm saying you flying down by where the birds are. You're supposed to be in orbit.
I'm bringing it back up here. Let's move on to the next scene, which is the next couple of Chris and Paige.
All right, let's take this a little to the ground. We're going to park right here.
Okay, let's do it. Chris and Paige arrive to the show. They give a very painful recap of their highs and lows of what happened to them through the 8 weeks, starting from the not being attracted to
painful
having
for who?
sex
Painful for
a million
Paige?
Times, yes. To
I found it entertaining.
Having a baby on her, to saying he want to work it out, to saying he ain't gonna work it out. It was a painful recap. Chris reveals that they did do some counseling after decision day to try to reconcile their marriage. They also revealed that they considered even moving in with each other, but that didn't happen and they are not together, and they wanted to clarify that. The fact that you did that whole 6-hour fiasco on decision day and then you went to go reconcile your marriage anyway when they tried to help you out to not do that, and you still went and did it anyway.
I told y'all she would.
Oh, you did. You did.
She thirsty. She's as thirsty as I am because I ain't got no more drink.
I know, mine is empty too. You know? Like, so this we gotta get through this.
Yeah, let's hurry up. Let's tell some jokes. Get out of here.
So then, Kevin proceeds with to recap the convo between Pastor Cal and Chris. That's where Chris revealed that all the women in Atlanta, white queens, black queens, Hispanic queens, y'all choose her for me, and it's the face for me. I honestly thought in that moment, Kevin, the host, was being very petty. He did not have to bring up that scene to show Paige that he said her face is what did it for him. But he brought it up to get a reaction out of Paige, and Paige said she felt devastated.
You think Kevin back there cutting up the tape? Somebody told Kevin to go to that clip. Kevin didn't have to do that. Hey, cut that one. We talk about. Yeah, roll that one back. All right, you ready? Roll. Action.
You're right. The production.
You're the only one that run everything on their show.
You're right, because it is me who's like, I want that clip, and I want that clip, and I want to do that. You're right. Kevin, though, is getting the blame because he's the one saying it. So production should have not pulled that clip, so she had to see it. What, they want her to cry? You're trying to make her cry. That was mean. That was very petty of y'all, and I see petty. Petty recognized petty.
They were trying to naturally fix something that was wrong in the shot. That's all.
Which was?
Her makeup was 3 shades too dark, so they was trying to get her to cry to bleed some of makeup. So that she would match her chest. Like y'all, nobody thought to look like I'm looking at your face And when I look in your eyes, I see everything around. And this don't match the rest of it.
It was pretty heavy.
And I don't even wear makeup.
Well, I would hope not. It was a few shades too dark.
That's what I would look like if I wore makeup. Like, I'd put it on so thick and be like, yeah, I look good. Like, bro, your neck is a different color.
And your chest.
Your ears are sticking out of a different color. Your whole breast meat right here is a different color.
Your chest. Oh, my God. It was pretty bad. So let's move on. Paige said she was devastated, though, and it broke her spirit to hear that. You know, he said that about her because everybody
that
wants to
wig
feel
and that
desire.
Pepto-Bismol dress should have broke her spirit.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Jesus.
to the side.
That wig was bad. So then, you know, Chris was giving his responses and saying he was very immature and that he doesn't deserve to have a queen like Paige and all this other stuff. And Kevin called him out and was like, you are giving very beautifully rehearsed answers, very well groomed media training you have had. I was like, yo,
He right though. Facts.
Right. So Kevin asked Chris, when did you first know Mercedes was pregnant? He says he found out the day after the wedding. And he asked Chris, so are you still in love with Mercedes? And he's like, I don't feel like I want to answer that because, you know, that's not what I want to, you know, recap. And then Kevin asked, well, does Mercedes still have the Mercedes that you bought her? And again, he was like, I don't want to speak on it because Paige is right here. And I just don't think that's fair to Paige to talk about. But Paige, it was fair to Paige to...
Paige like, we're not together. I don't care who you talk about.
She's like, I don't care what you do.
Until we ain't.
And then talk about the sex thing, and they both was like, no, we don't want to go there with those conversations. So I didn't know they had the opportunity to just keep saying no comment. They don't want to go there.
But you just talked about eating booty like with the girls twice before you married and after you married. But now you don't want to talk about sex. This is how I know it's fake.
It's so fake and phony.
Fraud.
So pretty much Chris said he didn't want to talk about any of those topics because he didn't want to have to relive it because Paige was right there. Whack! It's how
He's trying to shade her too. Like everything I would have to say about that is bad, so I don't want to say it in front of her.
Yeah.
I'm like, say it.
Say what you want to say. You already said what you said.
You already did what you did.
Exactly. And with that, I'm moving on to the final few scenes of this
episode. There you go. Let's go.
Final few scenes of this episode. Kevin recaps the scenes where Paige met up with Pastor Dwight and they talked about the pregnancy and where they are with their marriage with Chris, where she is with her marriage with Chris. And Kevin asked Chris, like, are you willing to mend that relationship with Pastor Dwight? And Chris is like, nope, I'm not in a place to mend that. Yeah. And Kevin says, well, let's get to that place because Pastor Dwight is here. And they both looking like, who said that? Like Portia.
Yeah.
And then Pastor Dwight comes out with his face painted and a blue suit, and he was ready.
Yeah, they was ready to go at it because they had matching suits on.
They did.
And they was ready to go to war. They kept saying like it was over.
Battle of the blue plaid suit.
Yeah, they kept saying something that happened earlier, but I could clearly see they both had on the same suit and they was ready to fight over it.
That's exactly what this was.
Because like I've been wearing this suit all season and I'm ready to fight to end my season in this suit.
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah. And Pastor was like, hold on, let me get some of this eye paint off my chin. Let's go.
Apparently, Chris is pissed with Pastor Dwight because he felt like in that scene or in that moment, he was trying to tear Mercedes down to bring Paige up. Which, hell, in that moment, she needed some uplifting.
Yeah.
She was dragged down through that whole process. Okay.
She wasn't really, they knew each other 4 days and she found out. Like,
yeah, okay, you're right. You're right.
If
but
you
it still
catch
hurts
more,
your spirit.
No, it
After
doesn't.
you done lay down with somebody and they said you was ugly. That's equivalent to a one night stand. They don't call you back.
So yeah,
I don't know. I never been
the ugly part. Okay, that would. But you went back and did it again right after, so you don't care. You like it when he call you ugly.
You're right. You're right. You're right. He said you like it when you call you ugly.
Like you went right back after he told you he was not attracted to you. and you slept with him. So you, on some level, like it. I don't know. Some people like to get spit on. I don't get it. But if that's your thing, and you ugly.
You
have at it.
So lastly in this scene, they start the arguing. Like, they start really arguing. Pastor Dwight was like, I care about y'all as a couple. I love you, Chris. But the thing with Chris is he don't like correction. As soon as he said Chris don't like correction,
Chris flips out. See? You see what I mean?
Chris does not like correction.
That's bull.
And when I corrected Chris,
That's bull. We should have had conversations about that off camera.
He has no-
Not on camera. You're not gonna do that. You're not my spiritual covering.
I understand, but on this show, what you not do is disrespect.
You're not gonna say. I don't have nothing to say to him.
Hold
How
on
about
for a second.
correction?
Hold on for a
What do
second.
you mean correction?
Chris, hold on for a second.
what you mean I don't like correction? I mean, that's BS. Correction. And he loses it. And it confirms everything Pastor Dwight is saying. And he lost it. Poor Kevin sitting on the inside of that video, he couldn't do nothing.
He was happy
like,
too.
He was like, Chris, can you calm down? Paige, can you get Chris to calm
Paige,
down?
can you get your ass out of the pastor's face?
No, y'all ain't gonna do this.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna do this. Y'all ain't gonna do this.
Your ass gonna be all black from that paint. That's why when he stood up, like when Chris started saying, come outside, Pastor was getting bucked, he had a smile on his face, he had that ass on his cheeks there. Yeah.
Oh my god. Freaking Chris turned into Bad Baby from Dr. Phil. Catch me outside. Catch me outside. And then Samuel L. Jackson turned into the episode. I was like, y'all gonna have, what's that scene from with the snakes on the plane? I'm tired of these mother effing snakes on this mother effing plane. That was Chris back in the studio, and nobody was even talking to him at that point. He just arguing with himself.
But I would have been like, Chris, last time you ran out to your car, you was crying. Is that what you gonna do now? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to come out to the parking lot to watch you cry in your car? I gotta go to my car. And you know you're not there.
Stop. We gotta wrap this
Meet me
up.
outside.
Catch me outside. It's catch me outside.
I catch you outside your Subway.
You good?
I'm good.
That was the end of episode 17, part 1 of this reunion show. Drop your comments in the comment section below. You know we love hearing from you. We love talking to you. Did y'all think that it came off real cheesy and corny and scripted
All
and
of
fake
that.
and
All of
phony
it. All
and
of it.
wackadoodle?
Yes.
And
Yes. C.
See.
C.
I'm just saying. Drop your comments in the comment section below. I was not feeling it. It took everything in me with this laptop trying to get these notes for y'all.
If they bringing these same drones back, I'm not watching next week. I'm not gonna do it.
Let us know what you thought. We would love to hear from you. Also, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button to support our channel. Be sure to stay tuned to Sunday's review of Ready to Love. We don't know what episode number it's going to be. Probably 49. Because they don't keep them in order. They get a new temp every week, apparently.
Oh, real quick shout out before we leave. Vinny, I saw you in the gym, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He
looks
looked
like he
good
lost
on the
some weight.
reunion.
He did. He did look good.
He's inspired me. I'm gonna get on my grind. Y'all gonna see
Alright.
me shrink down week to week.
I'm here
get
for
on
it.
my grind. I'm really not.
You're going to have a Dr. Pepper after you get off this. I'm telling y'all right now. There's nothing left. All right. We thank you guys for watching. And we will see you next week as well for part 2 of this reunion show. We love watching with you guys. And we love talking with you guys. So see you next week.
Be safe.
Thanks
be
for
cool.
watching. Bye.